down near the inner harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's brought in by Washington. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
10 at the 38-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 40-yard
line. Looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Yards to go.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And some room to maneuver. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. From the gun, Jackson, and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch good for 8 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Barnett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
At the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
At the Bengals' 12-yard line.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Brings up third down.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 4. And he He's got his man on the out route. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
To number 88.
A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards.
First down, Bengals.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll go with the keeper. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. After 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Bengals nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Got an open man, it's Washington. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
17 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Jackson will throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one years away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50, past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taken from about the 12.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On third down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside.
Jackson's
a gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his running back, Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw here. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
41-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Singletary. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Jackson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The gun, they'll look to throw, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Complete to number
Another 19. Nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Going up top. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
2nd and 10.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mixon with it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Complete to number 88.
That catch, I believe, will put him right at 200 yards for the game. Indeed, it does. 200 yards. He's been incredible. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
For the point after.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
More 1st down.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on Every week in practice, usually on a Friday, they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8.
On the carry.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Cincinnati, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is...
Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a 4-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down.
Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree Tree, and shout classic.
I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. This that splat, this that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, and zones, go.